Hello and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Jamie Phelps. I'm the Client Success Lead here at Voyant, and today we're going to explore how to use Voyant to model guaranteed income and long-term care needs. By the end of this session, you'll be equipped to assess your client's needs in these areas, enabling you to provide tailored, comprehensive advice. We'll also cover how to present and communicate the importance of these strategies to protect against unforeseen life events. Please note that this session is being recorded, and we will send out the recording once the webinar concludes within 24 hours. We won't be taking live questions during the session, but if you have any questions afterward, feel free to reach out to me at support@planwithvoyant.com. Today, we'll examine a case involving a couple who is nearing retirement. They've expressed concerns about increasing their guaranteed income in retirement and establishing a plan to cover long-term care needs should they require it. Taking a real quick look at the details of their current estimate for retirement, they have some taxable savings and some 401ks in their plan, as well as some estimated Social Security. So currently the only guaranteed income in their plan is going to be their Social Security. So what we're going to take a look at is what would happen if we transferred some of their 401k assets into an annuity. To do this, we're going to navigate over to our Insights section. And we're going to look at our longevity risk annuity insight. Now, you can model this in a lot of different ways. This insight gives you a lot of flexibility in how you can model transferring assets into a variable annuity. I'm going to keep this rather simple for the purposes of my demonstration. I'm going to keep the withdrawal age at age 70. So we're going to start their GMIB withdrawals at age 70. I'm going to model what this would look like for moving 50% of Chet's assets into an annuity. So that would be a total of 1.1 million, and you can move this up and down and see what that would look like. And excuse me, he has a total of 1.1 million assets available to be transferred, and you can see the amount that 50% would be over here on the right hand side. So that would be 545.9 thousand, and over here you can adjust the asset allocation for the annuity, for the non-secure investments, and you can adjust for market conditions here. I'm going to keep his current mortality that we have modeled in the plan. That's going to be age 90. But if you want to model him living longer than the estimated mortality, all you would need to do is move this out. You can estimate him living up to 10 years longer by just moving this all the way over to 10 years. I'm going to leave this at his current estimated mortality. By clicking down on advanced settings, you can adjust the fee rate, the GMIB interest rate, the guaranteed age for the GMIB, and you can add a GMIB step-up, including editing the step-up frequency rate. So once you have input all of this information, you can click Get Started, and we're going to have two outputs that we estimate for you. The first is going to be the estimated estate value. This is going to be the estimated estate value at mortality. So if I look at their assets chart and we hover over the last year in the chart, these two numbers should match. We've got 6.149 million in liquid assets for this client at mortality. That's with moving half of his assets into this annuity, and the estimated secure income is going to be 32,828. So if we move back over to that cash flow, turn on the details, you can see this planned withdrawal starting at age 70. Those GMIB withdrawals start. We can see the withdrawals there in yellow, planned withdrawals, 32,829. And you can see those throughout the plan until 85 when that GMIB withdrawal ends. So if you want to compare this to their current plan, all you need to do is click Compare to Plan, and you can take a look at the difference between their base plan and this current simulation. So if their primary concern is having more guaranteed income in the plan, you can show them how this grants them more guaranteed income. In fact, they'll have 32,829 more dollars in guaranteed income each year throughout this time period. And you can see that very clearly here in yellow. Now, if they are happy and you are happy with this plan moving forward, you can generate a plan from these results by clicking Generate Plan from Results. This creates a what-if scenario that you can use as a working plan moving forwards. If we have a guaranteed income plan, create this as our what-if scenario, so we can create that plan. And now we have a working plan that we can use in our client's chart. And from here, I want to take a look at long-term care planning. So now that we've established a guaranteed income strategy, let's address their long-term care needs. We'll again navigate to the Insights section and run the LTC Insight. We're going to go over here again to Insights, and we're going to run down here to the Long-Term Care Insight. And we're going to take a look again at Chet, and you can do this for both clients. I'm going to just, for the purposes of brevity, look at Chet today. And we're going to start his long-term care need simulation at age 80. We're going to estimate an additional $12,000 a month in expenses for this long-term care need. And if you click on Advanced Settings, you have a couple of extra options here. Let's say we're going to model this long-term care need from age 80 until his estimated mortality at age 90. So that's a 10-year period. You also have some additional options here. You can eliminate other personal expenses. If applicable, you can stop employment income. And you can sell residences or vacation properties. Now, in this example, I'm going to assume that we are just modeling this for Chet. So I'm going to assume we're going to keep all things the same in the plan other than adding in these additional expenses for Chet. So I'm going to click Get Started, and we're just going to see what it would look like if they had these additional expenses for Chet. And you can see that the additional cost to the plan would be $3.247 million in additional expenses. That's coming from that additional $12,000 a month in expenses over the course of 10 years. And there's an additional 1 year of shortfall due to those expenses. And if we look at the expenses, and we compare to plan, you can see the difference between their guaranteed income plan, which is just with the annuity and no long-term care, and this new one with the long-term care expenses added in. You can see the difference between the expenses in those years by just hovering over the chart and comparing and contrasting the difference in the expenses that are incurred due to this long-term care need. What we want to do is we want to create an insurance policy in this plan to cover this additional need so that the plan doesn't experience shortfall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my dashboard. I'm going to click my plus button. I'm going to go to Insurance. I'm going to enter in a long-term care policy for Chet. So long-term care insurance. You'll enter in the appropriate benefit amount that you're recommending to your client. You'll enter in whether or not this is a lifetime benefit, so yes or no. I'll put yes just for my example. What you're going to enter in is a premium amount, and you're going to enter in lifetime payments, yes or no. You'll want to make sure you enter in your benefit inflation and inflation rate. Under timing, you're going to want to select when this insurance is going to be in the plan. So I'm just going to leave it as starting now and until mortality. You can make adjustments as needed. Once you've reviewed all of this information and it's all correct and reflects the policy that you're recommending, you can click Done to save it. And then once you go back and you rerun the Insight, you'll now be able to show the effect of long-term care with an insurance policy in place. So let's click Get Started again. And we can now see that there's 0 years of shortfall. If we turn on the details, you can now see in green, we have the insurance kicking in to pay for that expense. And so our clients are no longer having to pull from their personal assets to cover that expense. We are now using the insurance payout to cover that. And so we can show them that they would be covered in the event of a long-term care need. And you could do the exact same thing for their spouse and run them through this simulation to help show them that they would be covered in the event of any sort of unexpected needs in this area. I hope this demonstration has helped you understand how to model guaranteed income and long-term care insurance in Voyant, ensuring your client's financial security. If you have any questions, if you would like to run through a specific scenario with me, feel free to reach out to me at support@planwithvoyant.com. I'd be happy to schedule one-on-one time with you to review your plans or help you prepare for an upcoming client presentation. You can also send me a specific plan you're working on if you'd like for me to review it for you by clicking the name of your client in the top right corner, request support. Enter your question into the text box and share client access. That will send me a link to your plan so that I can open it, review it, and hopefully help give you some answers. Thank you for attending today's webinar. I hope it was helpful, and please never hesitate to reach out if there's anything I can do to assist you moving forward. Thank you.